You guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. I'm celebrating my first 100 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough, especially the last few people who really put me over the edge in my latest live stream. I am so excited, and I cannot wait to create more for you guys and to really start building my brand and expanding my platforms. So, without further ado, to celebrate my 100, we are doing 100 questions, rather rapid fire, without getting too much detail into it. So, I found 100 questions and some Q&As, and we're gonna jump into it. I'd say I don't want to be famous so much as more influential, and not even like I want to be an influencer kind of way. It's just more, I hope that I can inspire and help people, and if I get recognized because of that, then great. But other than that, I don't really care about being famous. It's just I want to make money and do what I love. I only take two kinds of shampoos and conditioners from hotels. It's either the Disney H2O Plus, or it's anything with tea tree oil in it, and they're really good about that at like Marriott hotels, so those are fantastic. But other than that, no, not really. I would say if I was gonna have a dinner guest, it'd probably be someone like either Michelle Obama, Ashley Graham, or Demi Lovato. I have not stolen a street sign. However, if I was gonna have one, it would probably be something like a basic stop sign, and then I would decorate it. Probably with something like stop and then insert social issue down below. I used to use Post-it notes a lot. I use them when I'm really being annoying, and I post them everywhere. Like if I put little love notes for Leighton around, I'll just like throw them everywhere. It used to be that I used them for bookmarks for a long time, also for writing, but now not so much. Right now, a perfect day that sounds really nice would be able to drink wine on the beach in a bikini and spend the entire day doing that without getting sunburned or having to worry about work. I do have freckles. I don't know that you can see them right now, but I have them littered all over my body. I do not smile in pictures all that often. I actually find it really hard for me to smile. I'm a little insecure about the way my teeth look, even though I've had braces. I try to force myself to smile more. My biggest pet peeve is when like your nails click on something, or someone is like picking their nails, or just the sound of your nail flicking against something. Oh my God, it drives me insane. I sang to myself this morning. I do it typically when I'm doing dishes or just joking around my apartment, but I don't sing to people. Yes, I have peed in the woods. Rather have my 30-year-old body, assuming that I maintain the good progress that I'm making now, and forego the mind, only because your mind gets smarter as you go. And honestly, there's a lot of life lessons that are between now and 90 that I don't want to forego just to have my 30-year-old mind. I dance all the time. I just dance around my apartment when no one's freaking looking, and sometimes I do it ironically just to like goof around with Leighton, so. I mindlessly chew them. It's a little bit of an anxiety coping mechanism, but not for fun. It's usually only a pen. Say I'm most grateful for my failures and life lessons. They really do teach me a lot, but even more so, I'm more grateful for the fact that I have people in my life that are willing to tell me the hard things and are willing to communicate with me and show me affection in the ways that I need, rather than just ignoring problems and just taking things as it is. I have two beds, like a bougie girl I am. One's a twin, and I use it as a day bed in my office now. And the other is like a full, I think. It's either like I think it's like a full. It's not a twin XL, but it's not a queen. It's a full, I think. And yeah, I sleep on that. So it's awful. I need a new bed. This week, I just recently found a song. It's called Feel Alive by Katie Herzig. Of course it's okay for people to wear pink, especially guys. Who cares? It's just a color. Get rid of that stereotypical sexist gender roles for colors. It's stupid. It's a color. Of course I watch cartoons. Who the hell doesn't watch cartoons? Cartoons make me feel like I have a little bit of control and a little bit of childhood left in me, especially when it comes to Disney, because I watch them all the time. I have a tie for least favorite movie, and it's one that I can't even remember the title to, but literally there were only 3 words said into it, and the other one is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. For shame. I hate this movie so much. It was awful. I've been asked this, but with a dead body, and I'm gonna say it's the same thing. I'm probably going to be putting it in a concrete slab underneath a children's playground in a heavily populated park in the middle of the night. I sound like a psychopath, I'm sorry. It depends on what I'm eating. It's usually an alcoholic mixed drink or a glass of milk. It used to be Chick-fil-A sauce, but you know, now it's ranch. I don't know that I have a favorite food so much as a favorite flavor, and that's chocolate. Pretty much everything I eat and drink is chocolate. Is it the healthiest? No, but it's delicious. Any Disney movie. More open communication for sure, and really just maintaining that and a sense of like trust and loyalty. I was a Girl Scout. I was a Girl Scout for 3 to 5 years. I don't even know. I really don't. I got my green vest. That's all I care about. Yeah, I was bullied out of that. Didn't want to be there anymore. I would, but it would have to be someone reputable, and it would have to be a reputable magazine, and under very specific circumstances as to reasonings why. I do enjoy my body now. I'm not sure that I would necessarily do it just to do it. I write letters to myself kind of regularly. Last time I wrote a letter to someone else, it was probably for me getting my emotions across about a situation to a friend. If I could just wake up and be able to physically have my thoughts and the way that things are shaped in my mind written down into words, I'd be set. I'd have my novel written already. I have gotten a speeding ticket. No. Fluffernutter. Dreamed about becoming an author, and I've done that, and I want to continue doing that. So yeah, if you don't know already, go watch another video. Ideally, I'm in bed by like 10:30, 11, and if my insomnia acts up, it's any given point, you're in a 50-50 crapshoot if I sleep at all. There are days when I can be lazy, but typically I'm still doing something rather productive, even if I'm being lazy. It started off as Disney princesses, ended up in professions, and then the last costumes I did were character costumes. I am a Scorpio. I don't know about my sun and moon. I speak English fluently. I studied 3 years of French, and I am currently taking Italian lessons. So that's the language I probably speak most, is Italian, even though I'm not good at it, and I'm still beginning. I also took 1 semester of Russian. It was awful. Overcoming my depression. Legos, what the hell? Why is that even a question? I am extremely stubborn. High school graduation. Also high school graduation. I am deathly afraid of heights. I Flying makes me nauseous. Anything that's above like 2 feet makes me nauseous. It's just, I can't watch TV. Like if I watch Game of Thrones and I see myself over the wall, I freak out. Sing in the car in the shower when I'm alone. I wish I had someone whom I could share my passions and emotions with. I dance in the car all the time. I have video clips of me and my sister just doing dumb crap in the car all the time. Yes, I have shot a gun. The last time I got a portrait taken by a real photographer, like professionally paid, was senior year. I think some musicals are really bad and others are beautifully fantastic and masterful. It really just depends musical to musical. Christmas is stressful when it comes to family drama. Other than that, it's pretty much one of my favorite holidays. I love pierogies. They're so good, so delicious. If you have not had one, what are you doing with your life? Apple. Oh my god, I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be Barbie and be able to do everything. Huge believer in ghosts. I've seen them. Try and convince me otherwise. I invite those comments. All the time. I get them all the time. I take allergy medication, a zinc tablet, a daily women's vitamin, and Advil when I have a headache. All in a yogurt because I can't swallow medications for my life. I do wear slippers when my floor is cold because I have hard floors. Wear a bathrobe in the winter, but that's about it, mostly because it's super fluffy. Other than that, I really want to buy a silk robe so that I can just walk around and just be in my silk robe. This past weekend. Well, by the time this goes out, probably like 2 weekends ago. First concert I went to with my family was Celtic Woman. The first one I went to with my boyfriend was Rise Against. Aren't because I'm cheap, however, if I want quality, Target. My life's full of embarrassing moments, so I would say any talent show I did as a kid was an embarrassing moment enough because I have to relive that memory in my head every time I hear talent show or a song that's related to it. Fritos, why is this even a question? Cheetos are just dusty and disgusting. Murder or suicide? Probably having not recently told people that I love them. I did a couple years of ballet when I was younger, and then I tried to self-teach myself with online YouTube lessons of hip hop and contemporary, but I took a Zumba class once, and I'm very interested in taking more in the future. My baby blanket, it's probably the only thing I truly care about. Everything else is entirely replaceable except for maybe my YouTube content, and even that can be replicated. I can make it into a clover. For an author, I am horrible at spelling. I failed a spelling test when I was a kid. The one time I cried that I was so happy was my high school graduation day because I didn't think I was gonna do it. I think records are a little overrated. Like if you have them, great. If you like listening to them, cool. I understand the aesthetic, but Spotify's where it's at. I like my tech. Probably my sister. Everyone else I've been a little more mentally prepared for in case it does happen because, you know, life's inevitable. Candles are my crack. I love them. Yes, I've been in love. They were always just different kinds of love. If I could go back into like time travel and be in like the 80s, 90s era, and see AC/DC live and in concert, or like Led Zeppelin. That'd be freaking amazing. Nowadays, it's probably someone like Green Day or 3 Days Grace. Maybe Tonight Alive. Oh my God, if I could go to Warped Tour and just see everyone, Warped Tour is where it's at. I want to go see a Warped Tour. Three years from now, I'm hoping I get my life settled a little bit and I'm in a more stable lifestyle and that I'm making money off this, because otherwise I don't know what I've been doing for the past 3 years. Legally, it was a lifeguard. Illegally, I was a babysitter. Coffee. Tea's terrible. Sugar cookies, but they have to be the ones with like the colorful icing on top and the sprinkles, the one that everyone's like either super addicted to or hate. I could eat them all day, every day, and get incredibly sick. Yeah, I can swim. I was on a swim team rec league for like 5 years, and then I swam for my high school team in my senior year of high school. I left my last job because the management was absolutely terrible and I was doing more work than the people who were managing me, so I did not appreciate it. I chose my most recent job because it felt internally right. It was just one of those moments where you're like, yes, this is the right path I'm supposed to be on, and my employers are incredibly nice and sweet, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I'm incredibly patient long term. I'm incredibly impatient short term. I don't want either a DJ or a band at my wedding. I want to have a cheap wedding so we can spend a lot of money on our honeymoon, and to just basically get a speaker that's cheap and run it off Spotify. I won a raffle in high school during my like junior year maybe, and I won my bike. I hope to God I never have plastic surgery. The only time I would get it is if I truly, truly needed it or was incredibly uncomfortable with my body after a horrible accident. I don't know that I necessarily have a hero, but I for sure would like to consider my employer to be a role model, as well as probably my boyfriend's mom. Definitely some big role models in my life, and they've impacted me a lot. I tried crocheting. I've tried knitting once and I'm bad at it. I'm bad at both really, but I sew pretty regularly. The bedroom, mostly because it's really cold in the winter. I don't really care about the wedding so much as being married and being with someone forever kind of thing. The great thing about my job is really about my employers, who constantly ask me about my life and make sure that I'm doing okay, as well as making sure that they can provide for me whatever I need to make my job more efficient for them. I had a revolving crush about someone who was probably in my grade or above. It always kind of revolved around one or two people. Every time I see my work impact someone else in a positive way, it makes me want to work harder for my next project. I would say the highlight of my last 5 years in general, because I haven't been with either career for 5 years, is graduating high school, but more so than that is realizing what I want to do with my life, because I was stuck in that rut for so long of trying to pick what I wanted to be passionate, thinking I only had one choice and I had to stick with that for my life. God, I can't wait for kids. I'm so excited for kids. I've always been excited for kids. I've never felt myself to be a kid. I was always an adult in my head, and I have always wanted to be a mom. Probably black or blue when I want to wear something, and purple in regards to everything else. Currently, I miss seeing my family, especially my extended family. Normally we're on vacation pretty soon, but we're not going because of quarantine this year. And other than that, probably my boyfriend and the people that are no longer with us in life. I define success not by numbers, even though that's how most of success is measured today, but more so about how much I can positively impact people and that people are still requesting more from me. If that's happening, then I deem my life to be successful. It's not about the money or the numbers, it's about how I can help and be an inspiration to others. Those are my 100 questions. I hope this is fast in editing later, but we will see. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe. The next milestone's 500. Hopefully we get there. I'm gonna put this out there now. My goal is December. I'm so excited. There are other options for you to support me if you would like to. If you would like, you can go watch my support videos. They are over in the links. You can follow me on my social media platforms with Books by Baleigh. You can also become a patron if you would like, or have the money and disposable income to do so. Or you can go ahead and read through my Medium articles, all of which are linked below. You can go ahead and support me that way if you would like. I really do appreciate any support you guys can give. And if you have suggestions for the next big celebration video, maybe like the 500 video, I would love comments because I have no idea what we're gonna do for that, but I just wanna go bigger and better with everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and do so if you're lurking. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me in every way that you can. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
You'll always be my nice guy.